She was called a snake by millions of people on a global stage, all at once. And I remember sitting with that longer than I expected because I was not thinking about her. I was thinking, what does a person actually do with that? Because this was not just criticism. It was a coordinated public decision that she was the villain of her own life. And I think what unsettled me the most was this. Most of us have lived a version of that feeling, not at that scale, but that specific experience of being misread, mislabeled, talked about, and being completely unable to stop it. And what Taylor Swift did next, psychologically, it did not just impress me, it disturbed me, because it made me realize I had been handling criticism completely wrong for years. So today, I want to walk you through 4 strategies she used, not as her fans, but as people who are tired of being quietly shaped by what other people say about them. Because that skill, it is learnable. But before that, let me ask you something honestly. Think about the last time someone said something about you that was not true. Maybe at work, maybe in a relationship. And even though you knew it was not true, you could not let it go. You replayed it, built arguments in your head at 2 a.m. Imagine the moment you finally proved them wrong. Here are the 4 strategies, and exactly how you can apply them. Strategy 1. Feel it first. All of it. I need to be honest about something I got wrong for a long time. I thought strength meant not being affected. Move on fast. Stay unbothered. Be strong. I genuinely admired people who seemed to do that. But I understand now, that is not strength. That is emotional suppression, and it comes at a cost most people never connect back to the source. When the Snake campaign went global in 2016, when millions of people collectively decided Taylor Swift was a manipulative liar, she did not defend herself, did not post, did not explain. She disappeared completely for almost a year, and when she came back, it was not polished. It was reputation, dark, controlled, intentional. Psychologists call this emotional processing. And here is what that actually means for you. If you do not feel criticism, you do not release it. You carry it quietly. Strategy 2. Narrative reframing. Now this is where something really shifted for me. Because this is not positive thinking. It is not pretending it did not hurt. It is the decision to choose which story gets to define the experience. And here's where the science becomes important. Dr. James Gross, psychologist at Stanford University, has spent decades researching exactly this. He calls it cognitive reappraisal. Write that down somewhere. Seriously. Now look at what Taylor did with that. When the snake emoji went global, she literally put the snake on her merchandise. But she controlled what it meant. She took the symbol designed to humiliate her and made it hers. Because here is the truth, my friend. You do not get to choose what people say about you. But you always, always get to choose the meaning. Strategy 3. Selective disclosure. Let me ask you something I had to learn the hard way. When you are unfairly criticized, why do you feel that desperate need to explain yourself? Explaining yourself to people who have already decided who you are is not communication. It is an audition for an audience that has already made up its mind. And every audition costs energy you could be spending building something real. When Taylor went completely silent in 2016, the internet expected a response, a defense, an apology. She gave them nothing. Not because she had nothing to say, but because she understood something that most people never figure out. Not everyone deserves access to your truth. Psychologists call this selective disclosure. The people who come to you with genuine curiosity, they get the real you. When Taylor came back, she did not explain 2016. She showed it through the music. So ask yourself this honestly. Who in your life actually deserves your real explanation? And who are you handing it to just because you cannot bear being misunderstood? Knowing the difference protects your energy in a way nothing else does. Strategy 4. Identity anchoring. And this last one. This is the one that stopped me completely, because everything else depends on this. Without it, you can feel the pain fully, reframe the narrative, stay selectively silent, and every wave of criticism will still reach you in the exact same place, the place where you are not completely sure who you are. Between 2016 and 2017, Taylor Swift had been publicly defined as so many completely contradictory things. America's sweetheart, a calculated manipulator, a genuine feminist, a fake one, not enough. And I kept thinking I was a ball. How does a person survive that level of contradiction? And then it clicked. She was not trying to resolve it. She did not need to, because her identity was never built on those opinions in the first place. She knew what her music meant to her, what her creative choices were made of, what she stood for, completely separate from whether the world agreed that week or not. Psychologists call this identity anchoring. A stable, clear internal sense of self that does not require external validation to feel real. So I want you to ask yourself one thing, and I really want you to sit with it before you move on. Who are you when absolutely nobody is watching? No approval to earn, no criticism to manage, no version of yourself being performed for any audience at all. Who are you, just in the quiet? That version of you. That is your anchor. And the stronger that gets, the less anything outside of you can shake it. Taylor Swift did not become resilient because of fame, or money, or the people around her. She became resilient because she made 4 decisions, quietly, consistently, over years, that most people never fully commit to. She felt the pain instead of performing strength. She chose the story instead of letting the story choose her. She stopped explaining herself to people who did not deserve access to her truth. And she built an identity that did not need the world's permission to feel real. The criticism you are carrying right now, it is not about you. It never was. It is always about the discomfort that your visibility. And the moment it starts revealing you, it loses its power over you completely. Now tell me honestly, which of these 4 do you struggle with the most? Because that answer matters more than anything I just said. And here is what I want to leave you with today. If you are trying to build a mind that does not collapse under pressure, you are in the right place. See you in the next one.